whole debate today, we see two very main clashes. Firstly, basic needs of the people in third world countries versus women's rights in the third world countries. Now, the second clash is why all foreign aid is given for women's rights and not some foreign aid should go to helping the people there and gaining their basic needs. Okay, now I'll talk about my first substantive being, now the opposition keeps harping on the point that in the third world countries, people are in dire need of their basic needs. They need food, they need shelter. But have you ever thought that actually in third world countries, not all the people are in suffering in poverty? Now we have also like in those people who are working, we have men and women who have the ability to gain independence. However, they are women in this case are deprived of the right of gaining independence because now if these people who have jobs, usually men are given that superior, because they have that superiority, they are given that priority in gaining a job. As for women, they don't have that right to gain a job. Now in third world countries, maybe like a husband has 4 spouses. Then what if one of the spouse was neglected? Then maybe she couldn't have the ability to survive because she is dependent on her husband to survive in a third world country. And because she's deprived of that right, she wouldn't be able to earn money to support for her family. So now, and because of that, we feel that we need to help these kind of women to gain these rights. And you talk about that the culture is already ingrained in the society that women should stay at home and work for his household, work in the house. But we feel that this is not so. Women should gain independence. Because I have a friend who has been to Afghanistan and she went there to help people, help women there. She saw the women. Oh no, Afghanistan is already having war, but women there they still want to have rights. They still want to have the right to get employed. They want to have rights for speech. They want to voice out their opinions. And my friend went there. She saw these situations. Now we can see that actually the culture here is not really true that women are go in line with that culture. We see that the women also have their own opinions. They also want this equality with men. And before I go on, yes, just like.
We don't see why the equality of women would trump all other basic needs of the solving in the country.
Okay, women's rights. If women's rights are more inferior than men's rights. Okay, let's say you're talking about basic needs only. Let's say a man and a woman is given a loaf of bread. Probably because of this deprivation of women's rights, then the man should get the bread and not the women. Is it like that? We don't feel so. The government feels that women should have equal rights in everything. So we should get foreign aid into the country to help these women. No, thank you. Now, you talk about that the culture is already ingrained in the society and that it's not ready for change. It takes time. It is gradual, and eventually the women will get their rights. How gradual is this process? If you really want to wait for these women to get abused for many women to get abused like for 200 years in America's situation before they get their rights on on voicing out about their problems. No, thank you, ma'am. Now, so we feel that what the government is doing now, no, thank you, is to hasten this development. We need women and men to have equal rights to be able to contribute to the society. As in, they get their jobs, they get their employment, they get their education. No, thank you. So what we want everyone to be contributive to the third world country, and in this some foreign aid should go to basic rights. And the first speaker of the opening Govt stated that we are talking about developmental aid providing to these countries. Now, humanitarian, he has already said that humanitarian aid was given continuously, constantly. Actually, the organizations like the UN, they already provide, and some countries like Singapore, they are also providing money to developing countries for the government to help the people. Now, no thank you. What we want to do now is to get foreign aid to help women, since their basic rights are already covered by like constant humanitarian aid into the country. Now we focus now on women's rights because we feel that women should get out of that culture. Should get out of that cycle of being always inferior to men. We feel that women should be ready for change in the globalized world now. Because women, they have the same intelligence as men. We have leaders in countries who are women, and they can bring the country further to a new ground, like Philippines is developing with the leadership of Arroyo. Now, because of that, we feel that women should also be given the right to be able to help the country, to contribute to the country, and therefore we feel that the proposition must stand. Thank you.